Hello guys, in today's video we reacted to Revsaysdesu once again. He was talking about this one woman that was basically complaining about her expenses, yet she's making over six figures a year. You know how it is, entitled people. Anyways, let's get into this video.
So I think there's nothing less relatable to the average person than a streamer complaining about their life. There is nothing more off-putting to the average social media user than seeing a streamer who's so
Yup.
entitled that they believe the very large amount of money they're receiving is just not enough. Now we've seen the
It's crazy because it just makes you realize how much people just are spoiled. Just truly.
$5 a month girl. Remember that girl who was complaining about people not subbing to her for her
Dude, she was crazy, bro. Like 3 years ago? Yeah. Especially because you were not required to give a sub. You can just watch. Like, there's some streamers that are perfectly fine with you using ad blocker and even encourage it. Like, to be honest, like, I'm dead ass. Um, One of them, I'm pretty sure, is Smugalana. That's one of them. Uh, but anyway, let's keep continuing.
Brawling.
Actually, nah. I'm gonna show you the clip because some of y'all might be like, "There's no way a streamer is like that." So I'm gonna show you the clip that I'm referring to.
Stream going if you like the content, blah blah blah. How that results in 0 subs. There are regulars here. $5 a month. How do you have hours of time to watch me and not $5? I don't know. What are you doing with your life where you have hours of time to watch Twitch and not $5 to provide for the content that you're watching? There are I have a wall of non-subs. This is fucking actually really heartbreaking because it's like people just really they really don't respect me as a content creator.
Yeah, it's crazy. You want to see another one? Yeah, there's another one. You think I'm joking? I'm not. I'm gonna play the clip now.
Because I'm not asking you for a large financial contribution. If it cost $20 to sub, $20 is quite a bit of money. $20 is you can get a full meal for $20. And the difference of $20 and eating a meal is in that $20. Like, that's where it is. But a sub is $5. At maximum, in whatever your currency is, it's maybe $10. And it doesn't matter how broke you are. If you have time to watch Twitch, you have $10, truly. If you don't have $10, you probably don't have time to watch Twitch because you should be working. You should be trying to earn money. It's not a ton. It's not like a ton of money. So being like, I'm broke, I can't afford to sub, that doesn't really track. What you mean to say is, I'm so irresponsible with my money, I can't support the entertainment that I enjoy. That's what that.
Yeah, it's a crazy world out there. That's all I gotta say. Anyways, let's keep it going back to the video now.
Content, a lot of people called her very entitled. She might have been dethroned by this individual, this snowcone person who is complaining about a $10,000 a month Twitch paycheck because apparently $10,000 a month from a single source is not enough to sustain her lifestyle and the supposedly necessary investments she needs to make for her career.
What are you doing with these $10,000 a month then, bruh? What is you doing? Where'd they go? They go just poof? Like,
Let's listen to this clip.
you know how your parents already said money don't grow on trees? I think they were referring to this woman when they said that, bruh. What the fuck?
You know how expensive it is to keep up with content creation? You can get a 10K check from Twitch. What the fuck is a 10K check when you gotta spend 5K on trips just to travel, $500 on setup shit, fucking $2,000 on your rent, fucking $200 on Wi-Fi, $200 on IRL toolkit, you gotta pay the clippers, pay a YouTube editor. Chat, I don't think y'all realizing I be going into negative doing this.
Who said you gotta do all this shit, nigga? Just work. Edit yourself, bro. I edit all my videos. You don't gotta travel. What is you doing, bro? What is you doing? Like, you're just doing random shit. Like, you're just not random shit, but you're doing unnecessary shit for no reason.
This shit, okay?
This isn't even like first world problems. This is just crazy.
What the fuck?
$10,000 a month. That's $120,000 a year. That's like double the average American salary. And this person can't even figure out how to live. I mean, looking at the list, the laundry list that is
Crazy.
given here of all of her expenses, everything is easily solvable. There's an easy alternative or a solution to every single thing. Honestly, all this reads like she's trying to game the IRS or something, right? Like she's trying to inflate her expenses to try to get more tax write-offs, because this is insane, right? $10,000 Twitch paycheck, $5,000 for travel, $2,000 for rent, $500 stream setup, $400 for Wi-Fi and IRL toolkit, and to pay editors. And she's in the red after receiving $10,000. So let's begin with this. $5,000 for travel.
Who said you gotta travel?
What is this woman like traveling
Where are you traveling? No, actually, yeah. Where are you traveling? The Bahamas? Where you going, buddy? Cause like,
to Dubai 3 times a month? Why are you spending $5,000 on travel? First of all, get a car. With that $5,000, you can put a down payment on a car and drive to wherever it is that she's going.
Literally.
It's very confusing. How do you possibly spend $5,000 on travel? Like, it's
I think there might
actually-
even be cheap cars literally close to that cash. Like just to buy it outright. I'm not saying to do that, but
like, help me
jeez,
out.
dude.
I don't know how she's doing this. Where is she traveling to that's so important? And then you see $2,000 on rent. Solution: move somewhere more affordable. You are a streamer. These two right here are linked in terms of problems. You're a streamer. You can literally live anywhere you want. You can live in a more affordable place that's not going to cost you $2,000 a month in rent. I mean, if you can afford that, that's great. But clearly she's complaining about it, so it's...
Yeah, quite literally. I mean, like, I would probably still pay for the rent and just not be traveling. As like, why you travel? Why you got $5,000 every month to travel? Again, where are you going? Like where are you going? Like, I don't fucking understand.
price. And the 5,000 is ridiculous. We know that. But as a streamer, you don't need to do any of this. Like, what
Yeah,
kind
that's
of a
fair.
production
That's
is this person
100%
doing?
true.
Like, what are you, like, Kai or I Show Speed?
Yeah.
Someone doing, like, these crazy, huge events? No, you're not. You're just, like, playing, I don't know, whatever she plays in front of a Twitch audience. Like, you don't need to do any of this. This $7,000 a month is completely wasted. Then we have the $500 for stream setup. Like I said, I feel like she's trying to game the IRS, because what does this even mean?
Yeah, that's what
I'm a
I'm wondering.
streamer.
Because, like, what are you even
I'm a
referring
content
to?
creator. I don't know what this means. And I say streamer, dude, I'm a V-tweeter these days. I haven't streamed like hardly at all this year. My apologies. I will be
Damn,
streaming again
dude.
soon, don't worry. But anyways, I don't know what this means. What does this mean? And you have to do $500 worth of it a month? No clue. It's like trying to trick the old boomer at the IRS to get a tax write-off. But here's another one: $400 for Wi-Fi and an IRL toolkit. I don't know what an
What is an
IRL
IRO 2? Yeah, what is an IRO toolkit? What does that even mean?
toolkit is. What does this mean? Explain to me like I'm an idiot what this means, because obviously your Wi-Fi bill is not $400, so a good portion is the IRL toolkit that is very mysterious. No one knows what this means. And this last one I'm going to spend some time on, because this really grinds my gears, ladies and gentlemen. Pay editors. Now, of course, if you're hiring an editor, you need to pay them, and you should pay them well.
Yeah, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I see this a lot in the VTubing scene. I'm gonna vent. I don't think 90+% of the people who use editors need an editor, or they're in a position to hire an editor. Okay, I see people who quite literally have a minute, tiny following, and they might post like a YouTube video, a compilation or something of their streaming content, and it'll get like 70 views. And they paid an editor like $80
Yeah.
to chop up the compilation. I know exposure is an investment, right? Sometimes you have to spend money into things like that to gain exposure, but that's not really how the algorithm and things like that ultimately turn out. So you're really just wasting tons of money. It's like the person, typically V-tweeters, who build up this gigantic debut where they spend like $5,000 on a VTuber model, and then they go live to like 20 people, and they realize, oh my god, wait a second, this isn't pay to win. I spent a bunch of money on a VTuber model and editors and all these things, and it didn't translate into instant success. I quit. I've seen about 10,000 examples of that in the VTubing scene. But
Yeah, literally, because they think you can just pay to win, as he said, like just buy your way to the top, and that's not how streaming works. That's not how any of it works whatsoever. You could spend literally $0 as long as and be popular, like dead ass. Like you don't need any money to stream. I'm sure other people have said this already. I'm sure people have heard this many times. Like I don't know why you're spending this much money for this shit. What is a stream setup? That's $500 specifically a month. Like maybe just outright and just keep it forever, but a month. Like, are you breaking it every single month? Like, what's happening? Like, I don't understand. Oh shoot.
you don't really need editors. And also, I look at her content. I briefly looked at her streams and stuff. She's not doing any
Also, $2,000 rent. Why do you have $2,000? Where do you live? Like, for it to be $2,000, like, do you just do you live with other people? Like, what's because you can get cheaper. Like, I know prices are high for rent, but you can get cheaper rent for that. Like,
anything that's like reinventing the wheel. It's nothing crazy, nothing spectacular. So this whole thing
yeah,
about paying editors, I don't know. But overall, looking at this clip, a lot of people are clowning on it, and very rightfully so. Let's just scroll in the comments. I don't even know what we're going to see here. Oh, look, it's Nux saying, imagine spending
$60,000, 500 times. Oh my gosh, no, he's right. $60,000 a year on travel expenses alone. Okay, that's just crazy.
$60,000 a year on travel. $60,000. A lot of people, the average Joe doesn't even make
$60,000 a year. They make like $44,000, if that.
$60,000 in many cases. Can't budget $120,000 a
Crazy.
year, literally a skill issue. 5K a month on travel is insane. She sure do got the brain of a snow cone, that's for sure. Get a car. Everyone has rent. You don't need an expensive setup. Wi-Fi is $60 a month.
No, literally. Like, yeah. And this is like, this should be low highball, $3,000 max for like, it should not.
There it is. Like, dude, I get
Yeah.
it. I'm a low budget production. Nobody's watching my videos and
Now that like this is like the most expensive part probably, but that's besides the point.
wow. Rev's got that mad editing skill. No, I don't. I have no editing skill whatsoever. I don't really need it though. And most people don't need crazy editing skills to basically make chop up compilations of something from a stream or what have you. It's really not that complicated, but people they just want to think that having these things will make them skyrocket to success. Facts. Streaming is harder than any 9-to-5 job out there. People just think it's easy sitting in front of a camera. I've heard that
Nigga's crazy.
many, many times. This broad is financially irresponsible and stupid. How do you squander 10K? Not only is she squandering 10K, she's in the red, according to her, which is
Oh yeah, she said negative. Yo, I just realized that. She said she's being she's fucking in the negative. How you in the negative yet you're taking out 120,000 a year? Like you get $120,000 a year yet you're in the negative? How? Like you just like what? Like what are
absolutely
you
insane
doing?
to me. But anytime a streamer opens their mouth and complains about stuff like this,
Like people, I'm not saying she is, but people like this, they say this shit and then after they just put it all on black, bro. Like that's all I can think about. Because what else would you do? What else would you do with the money,
you
bro?
just look really stupid. You look unrelatable to the average person. And it gives streamers a bad name. I'm tired of people
Yeah, it
like
does.
this making all content creators look stupid.
Yeah, it gives streamers with a bad name because it's like, bro, all these streamers are just extremely egotistical and like just got like they're not open mind, like they're not down to earth. Like it's just sad.
By comparison. But anyways, that's all I got to say about this clip.
Jeez, that was great. Rev is an amazing guy. Shout out to him. I'm sure he doesn't need it definitely from me, but um, yeah. Subscribe to me if you enjoyed this video and have a nice day. Goodbye.